This is Shutter 16 here with Telle from The Word Alive with the girl interviews. So today, you said you just got out of bed, you're a little tired.
Yeah.
Last night a rager, what's up?
No, actually, we've been in the middle of a 10-day in a row stretch. I think this is like day 7, 8, I don't even know, of that. So I'm just a little worn out. I save as much energy as I can for our set every day, especially since we've been playing in such hot, weather and a lot of humid weather, so you're sweating a lot. It's really draining on you physically. So last night I actually went to bed at like 11 something, and I slept until 10:30. So I slept just straight through, which never happens. So I definitely needed to catch up on some sleep. So I'm still waking up. After this, I'm gonna go back. No, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna take a shower, and then probably drink some coffee.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So what were your expectations versus your realizations of Warped Tour this year?
Well, I always go into Warped Tour with big expectations because, it is such an awesome tour. This is my 4th one, and our band's 3rd. So I know what to expect for the most part. And if something isn't, up to our expectations for whatever reason, maybe it's, like you go up against 3 awesome bands, and that makes, hopefully, if they think we're awesome too, there's 4 awesome bands, and sometimes you're playing all at the same time, and so it's, people have to choose. Even when the crowds might be a little smaller because everything's divided, we still think, we're like, okay, well, realistically, maybe these bands are a lot bigger than us, and they still chose to watch us. So we're super excited every day we go on stage, no matter what, because the good thing about Warped Tour is when you go on stage, you know that those people are choosing to watch your band over, who knows how many are playing at the same exact time. So it's a really cool time. We've been having a great year.
You've been having an intense year. I follow your Instagram, and just the amount of fans that you have is absolutely ridiculous, but wonderful. What's the strangest thing that you've had happen this year on Warped Tour, let's say?
On
with the
Warped Tour, Warped Tour, thankfully, this summer hasn't been too weird. We did play Mexico City for the first time ever. We played Brazil for the first time ever this year, and those were like, we had some crazy fans, which is awesome. We've heard so many stories of going there and it kind of being like they treat every band like you're the Beatles in the 60s, but it really was like that. Like our van was getting pushed over, crazy people, like we had to have police escorts and people like, look, these dudes just like, not like punching, but kind of hitting like these crazy fans who literally, if they can touch any part of your body or grab anything that's attached to you, they will rip it off. And I had 2 shirts ripped off of my body. And then, but like not just like by one person, by like 10 at a time. So they told me I was crazy for doing it, but I did a stage dive into the crowd in I'm trying to think, Sao Paulo, and literally my shirt went into like 15 different pieces. Like it just was like in every direction. And so those are crazy stories, but they're fun stories. We haven't had any weird fans on Warped Tour. We've had a lot of awesome ones who, come, they make things for us, they draw us pictures, some of them knit things. So there's lots of awesome fans that we have, and we haven't had any weird run-ins so far.
Did you check eBay for your shirt pieces?
They are the type of fans that they will keep that until the day they die.
Yes. Are they gonna try and like clone you through the sweat through the?
That is more likely. That is more likely.
There's the headline. We're
So do you find social media as more of a help or a hindrance to the music scene?
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's helped bands like us, but it also hurts bands like us. There's many things as you can say are great about it. There's many things that are horrible about it at the same time. But the fact is, it's not going anywhere. So complaining about it all the time doesn't really do much good either. I try to find as many useful ways of making it efficient for our band. The biggest thing is understanding that, you know, it's pretty much infinite at this point. Like, we're gaining fans daily, and, you know, say for instance our Facebook has over 700,000 people. Like, to think that that's 700,000 people who went to our page and hit the like button, you know, it's pretty crazy. But at the same time, there's people now, it's like, they're not just going for bands they like, they're going for bands that their friends like, or they think that might be cool at some point, and, you know, so it's like everything's kind of spread out in a way where, you know, you don't really know what your real fan base is, versus like, you have your fan base, then you have like the bandwagon people, then you have people who are
Like
just
a solar
like,
system.
yeah, and so it's kind of, you know, hard to tell, like, you know, where to tour, where the best places are going to be, and you don't really know until you go there. And even for us being a band, we've been touring, it'll be 6 years this December. You know, like, we're still on that journey of trying to play all the places that we have, you know, a significant fan base at. And it's hard, but it's cool because we get to hear from fans from all over the world that if social media didn't exist, we wouldn't know that they even liked our band. So it really goes both ways. There's, you know, like, our band's music has spread to, you know, potentially a million plus people, and maybe that wouldn't have happened without social media. But at the same time, we'd like to think that our band is the type of band that you see us live and you're a fan. That's what we would hope. So we would like to think that without social media, we would still be a band that did well, because people will be like, word of mouth, like, you have to go see the Word Alive. And so we just try to make the most of it. It is what it is at this point. So, but there's definitely pros and cons galore on both sides.
Speaking of social media, we're going to do something that we do on our site. You want to be in this, Nicole?
Yes.
We're going to twit from the pit. There we go. It's a selfie. It goes to the front of our website, and all your fans and our fans will say hi to you right now.
And it's hashtag Twit from the Pit.
Yes, twit from the pit. Do it from the stage today. That'd be wonderful. I know you do your little selfies with the whole crowd if you can. All right. What was I gonna say? Have you had any formal music training?
I mean, I did choir in like middle school, high school, but admittedly, I wish, knowing that I went into music and singing in particular, that I would have probably practiced or paid attention more. But I got the gist of things, and I've sang my whole life because my family it loves music, and my parents were always singing. So I feel like I had a good, like, you know, basis to start from, and I understand a lot of things now. But most of it's been trial and error. I haven't gone to a vocal coach. Everything that I've learned from trial and error.
And on the topic of music, other than being in a band and playing music, what is your passion?
I mean, family, friends, my girlfriend back home, our dog, who's actually out with me on tour.
I was gonna ask about the dog.
Yeah, it's only the second time she's let her part ways and come with me. The last time was 2011 Warped Tour, so my dog's now been on 2 Warped Tours, which is pretty awesome. And but yeah, I love spending time with the people I care about, and that's, like, you know, pretty high on the list. I love sports. I love, you know, traveling, even off tour. I love just having a good time. Anything that I've never done before that I get the chance to do, I try to do, because might as well while I can.
A weird question. Okay, this is from a fan. Imagine you're watching a concert and one of the band members spontaneously combusts. You get called on the stage to replace the band member. Who's the band, and what do you do?
Well, I hope that it's a band that has a triangle player or something like that, because chances are I probably wouldn't know their songs, or someone with a cowbell.
You're a cowbell?
Cowbell player.
Tambourine.
Tambourine is harder than it looks. I think tambourinists, they have a little bit more skill than they get credit for. I don't know what band has a triangle player though, or a cowbell player singularly. I'll do some research. The first band that you Google who uses that live, that band.
That band? Alright.
Do you want to do like 2 more?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What artist's entire discography do you wish you were responsible for?
Man. Well, my favorite band is Deftones, and I love what they've done, but I think I might have to say, maybe Jimmy Eat World. They've written songs that are like hits, and then they've written just songs that are just amazing to listen to. I don't know, I just feel like they always write good songs. Deftones, as far as what's relative to what I do, definitely them. And then Jimmy Eat World for just like everything else.
Are you involved with any nonprofits?
We do stuff with random ones. We haven't like stuck with just one. Hope for the Days, we've been doing a campaign with them this whole summer.
Alright, well, thank you for letting us interview you. I hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, no problem.
Was it 2011, 2012?